Hello and welcome to the 2021 Varsity Video Award presentation. 2020 and 2021 was quite a challenging year for everyone involved in the schools and in our programs and just, of course, across the world. What a year it was, though, here for us here in our athletic program. We started in September with an exemplary intramural program that we ran under many restrictions because of the times that we were in. And we ran that intramural program for student athletes here. We had over 100 student athletes a day take part in that in September and October. Once we got into November, we moved that program inside and we began our indoor programs for our winter sport athletes, again, under many restrictions, but it was really a program geared on skill and strength and conditioning. And our student athletes, I think, had a great time and got a lot out of it. Once we got to January and February, of course, we started our winter season, which was followed by our fall season, which was followed by our spring season. Our student athletes really were resilient and just, tremendous in their effort across what was a season on top of season scenario. Our program and coaches provided our athletes an exemplary experience under all the conditions that we were presented. And I thank all of our coaches and our trainer for their dedication and flexibility during the entire year. And again, I'm proud of this year's athletes for their resilience and their efforts this year. So congratulations to our graduating seniors. We wish them all the success in the world. And to our returning athletes, let's get ready for next year. Let's make 2021, 2022 a fantastic year. So let's get into the fitness center, start working out over the summer, and let's be ready to go. So enjoy our presentation and have a wonderful summer.
Hi everyone, Coach Winkler, head varsity football coach. On behalf of the football program, first off, I want to thank Ralph Emitrano, our administration, Board of Education, Booster Club, and all the parents for their endless support. I would next like to congratulate every student athlete on an unbelievable job representing Mineola athletics and what it takes to be a dedicated and determined student athlete. I would also like to thank everyone on the football staff for giving their time, energy, passion for coaching football to each player on every level. Varsity, JV, and middle school. The season was a success because of all you, and I can't thank you enough. The 2021 spring varsity football season was one of perseverance, handling adversity, and being adaptable. Each player showed incredible resiliency, never wavering from any task and taking on whatever obstacle we faced. The word I would like to describe every football player at Mineola is tough. Why tough? I can't think of any other team who handled new protocols, quarantining, changing games and game days, masks, social distancing, a new coaching staff, and lastly, going on the field on Friday nights and giving everything they had. This group of varsity football players will forever instill the Mineola tough mentality in this program for years. While we did not have the results we were looking for in our 3-game season, I want to recognize each one of our varsity football players for their hard work by saying their name. 10th graders, Jack Ryan and Tommy Renner. 11th graders, Mohammed Abdelaziz, Walter Banos, Thomas Daly, Matthew Diodonis, Christopher Feathers, James Franz, David Fuentes, Joseph Maniscalco, Connor McLaughlin, Alonzo Monroy, Brent Musick, James Parham, Teddy Sands, Lorenzo Tangora, and Maximus von Massenbach. 12th graders, Captain Ezekiel Claros, Michael Colavito, Juan Echeverry, Constantino Frey, Alexander Goring, William Goring, Michael Cormusis, Captain Michael McCormick, Alex Molina, Dennis Peitler, Nicholas Ramos, Wendell Ramos, and Captain Mateus Silva. Nassau County honored 2 of our student athletes as all-conference, senior tailback Alexander Goring and sophomore receiver Tommy Renner. Tommy Renner was also named honorable mention all-county by the coaches in Conference 3. Congrats to both of you on your achievements. Our Strive for Excellence Awards will be given to William Goring and Alex Molina. Both Will and Alex were incredibly hard workers, positive contributors, learners, and a teammate you wanted to have on your side. They were selfless in every action and continued to grow of not only personally, but of the team. Thank you, Will and Alex, for your dedication to the team. The Coaches Awards will be given to Michael McCormick and Mateus Silva. Both Mike and Mateus exemplified what it means to be a leader, give effort, every day and every play, own their responsibility while bringing others along with them. As senior captains, they were deserving of this award. Thank you for your commitment to your team, teammates, and the coaches. Thank you to everyone who supported the football program this season, the seniors on their football careers, and look forward to building this program starting this summer in the weight room with the underclassmen. Thanks.
Hi everyone, I just want to begin by thanking our administration, Mr. Amatrano, coaches Piccarillo, Cerulli, and Tonini, as well as our parents for all of their support this year. Also, I just want to also recognize Coach Rob Mendez, my assistant coach, who goes above and beyond his responsibilities for this program. I would not and could not do this without Coach Mendez, so thank you. The 2020-2021 boys varsity soccer season was a successful one. The team set 2 goals for themselves this year: win the conference and advance to the county semifinals. The boys finished the regular season undefeated in league play, as well as never playing from behind in a game all season. With a record of 7 wins, no losses, and 3 ties, the team won its 3rd consecutive conference championship and earned a 4 seed in the Nassau County playoffs. The boys won their opening match by defeating a talented Lynbrook team 3-2 in overtime, a game where sophomore Jack Sargent found the net in the last 8 seconds of the first overtime. In the county quarterfinal game, the team faced defending state champion Jericho, and like the previous game, won in the first overtime on a header by Sam Anjo. In the county semifinal game, the boys lost to eventual Nassau County champions Garden City. The team finished the season with an overall record of 9 wins, 1 loss, and 3 ties. In addition to a stellar record, our success this season could not have occurred without contributions from every member of the team. Defensively, freshmen Aiden Breen, sophomores Lukian and Olexa Lauro, and junior Joe Serrato anchored a defense that gave up on average less than 1 goal per game. Lukian was recognized by Nassau County Soccer for the 2nd time with an All-Conference award. Joe was recognized with an All-County Honorable Mention award, as well as Defensive Player of the Year. Also making significant contributions on defense when called upon were Steven Herrera, Marcos da Silva, Will Winsky, and Elizar Carbajal. On midfield, all 4 starters were recognized with awards from the county. Freshman Sebastian Knight, junior Diego Orellana, senior Jefferson Carbajal all received all-conference honors. In addition, 4-year varsity starter Sam Anjo was recognized with an all-county honorable mention award. Helping to lighten the load on midfield when called upon were freshmen Derek Escorcia, senior Josh Calves, and senior Matt Kobos. Our strikers saw a constant rotation of players, all of whom made significant contributions. Senior captain Chris Morandi picked up where he left off last year. Chris finished the year with 12 goals, which tied him for most goals in the county, helping him to earn all county awards as well as Conference Player of the Year. Also contributing up top were Jason Castro, Daniel Lindano, Jack Sargent, Kevin Romero, Justin Sloan, and Lucas Knight. Lastly, in goal, talented sophomore Adam Tobar did a phenomenal job filling in during our first 2 games. Senior goalie Vinny Rodriguez had a tremendous year when he returned. Vinny earned 3 shutouts this season and had a goals against average of about .75 goals per game. As a result, Vinny was recognized as an all-county player, the only goalie in our conference to receive this award. And finally, I just want to thank our entire team, their families, for another great season. Thank you for all of the support. I also want to congratulate all of the other teams on their success, and we can't wait to get started again in August. So thank you.
Hi, my name is Tara McDonald, and I am the coach for the Mineola girls varsity soccer team. The past 14 years, I've been an assistant coach to Catherine Bennett, and I was more than excited to take the position as head coach this year. First off, I'd like to thank Donna and Ralph for their continuous support and assistance in not only helping me navigate my first year as head coach, but helping all of us navigate what it's like to coach during these unprecedented times during a season that's not normally ours. I would also like to thank the Booster Club and our amazing school district, including Dr. Nagler, Mr. Gavin, and Dr. Smith, teachers, staff, and students for continuously supporting our Think Pink fundraiser. Although different this year, we raised $2,500, which was donated to the American Cancer Society in memory of good friend of mine and Mineola alumni, Catherine Faye Bruno. I would also like to thank my new assistant coach who's returning to the program, Christine Gason, Bruce Vatsky, who is our JV coach, and boys varsity soccer coach Al Cavaluzzo for helping me navigate these unprecedented times and making the best decisions possible for my players and the team. We had an incredible season. These girls finished with a record of 10-2, landing us second in our conference. The only 2 losses we had were actually against the team who won the conference. Despite not making it into the playoffs, we finished with the most goals in the conference with a total of 58. Our team was pretty young this year, and I'm going to start with our 8th grader that we pulled up. Daniela D'Souza was recommended by Coach Wideline, and we needed a forward, and she delivered. Daniela finished her season with 14 goals and 1 assist, tying her for leading goal scorer in our conference. 9th grader Leah Chang also came up to fill the forward position. First year varsity player, she ended her season with 4 goals and 2 assists. 10th grader Kayla Lima, first year on the team as well, was our midfielder. She also was able to play forward and sometimes even defense. She ended the season with 2 goals and 4 assists. Returning player, 10th grader Amelia Burns, had a spectacular season with 13 goals and 9 assists, and also leading our conference in points, tying for second for most goals in our conference. 11th grader Sophia Almeida was returning to the school, new to the program, and did her season with 1 goal and 2 assists. Returning player, 11th grader Daniela Schittling, was our sweeper. 11th grader Nicole Pastoressa, another returning player coming back from an injury from last year, outside back defender. 11th grader Allison Sandoval, also returning, midfield, ended her season with 3 goals and 2 assists and had one of the most solid seasons I've seen. Our last 11th grader is also our junior captain, Mia Wisnowski, who had an incredible season as well with 13 goals and 7 assists, tying her for second in the conference as a goal scorer, leading goal scorer. Now on to our seniors who we're going to miss so much next year. Starting with 12th grader Isabella Rivera, second year varsity player, amazing defender, even able to put her in midfield. Unfortunately, got injured during midway through the season, which kept her out of the remainder. But she will be playing next year and is committed at Wisconsin Lutheran College. Congratulations, Isabella. Next, 12th grader, 2-year player, Isabel Lopes, another speed demon who could be put all over the field. We really used her and needed her in our midfield and forward position. 12th grade, Julie Ilchert, who has been a goalie for us, second-year player as well, but even was able to fill in the spot when needed in forward. Julie has an amazing attitude and she will be greatly missed. 12th grader, captain, second year varsity player, Gabriella Flynn, was an outstanding outside defender. She will also be playing at school and is committed to Canton College. We will miss you, Gabby. 12th grader, second year varsity player, Serena Koshi, is a defender, usually at the stopper position, never gives up. She is our scholar athlete. 12th grade, 4-year varsity player, captain, Trista Bugala, also was injured during the season and went from having 15 goals as a leading goal scorer last year and an all-county player to unfortunately playing half the time that she was able to. Even with a smaller playing time, she was able to come up with 2 goals and 5 assists. Trista will be greatly missed. Last but not least, our goalie, 4-year starting goalie, Isabella Polanco. Last year was recognized as an all-conference player, and this year is all-class. This season, she ended with 106 saves and ended her career with 441. Our defense, led by Izzy and in some games Jolie, had a total of 4 shutouts and averaged only stopping a little over 1 goal per game. Daniela was our sweeper, Gabby and Nicole were on the outside, and Sophia was a consistent stopper. Through great determination, speed, and communication, they helped the back and shut out most of the teams in our conference. In the midfield, you had Eminem, Mimi, Amelia Burns, and Mia Wisnowski. The 2 of them played seamlessly together as center midfielders. I've never seen such great communication and appreciation for another player. The 2 of them both tied for second with 13 goals, Mimi with 9 assists and Mia with 7. Both of them were recognized as all-county players, and I couldn't think of 2 more deserving players. They were also both featured in Newsday as point scorers to watch, and Mia was also selected by the county to play in the Rising Juniors game where she actually had an assist in Nassau versus Suffolk. On the outside midfield was Allison and Kayla, both spectacular players who were consistently setting up plays and goals and crossing the ball and setting up corner kicks. In the forward position, we had Leah, Trista, Isabel, and Daniela D'Souza. As said earlier, Leah was a strong, fast runner. She was able to score 4 goals, 2 assists. Trista had 2 goals and 5 assists and even volunteered to put herself into one of the games that we lost so we could possibly win it, sacrificing herself for the team. That is true leadership. Our 8th grader was recognized by the county, Daniela D'Souza, as an all-conference player as the leading goal scorer with 14 goals and 1 assist. I would also like to put out a special thanks to Adriana Rivera and Rory Meehan on our JV team, who helped us out tremendously throughout the season when we needed people to be pulled up due to injury and other situations. Our Strive for Excellence winners this year are going to be senior Gabriella Flynn and Kayla Lima for giving their all during practice and during the games and promoting great leadership and also team fun. Our Varsity Coaches Award winners are going to be Trista Bugala, because unfortunately, due to injury, she was not able to be recognized by the county, but I saw the tremendous effort and self-sacrifice she was giving and still was able to put points on the board with a lot fewer games that she played. And the second Coaches Award will go to Allison Sandoval, who consistently was attacking the ball, crossing the ball, setting people up to score, and was a really important part of our team this year. I'd like to congratulate the girls soccer team. I couldn't be more proud of you. I couldn't think of a better team to coach for my first year. And I'd also like to congratulate all the other teams that are here tonight on an excellent year and season. Have a good night.
Hi, my name is Mr. Matthew Musamacy, and I'm the varsity golf coach. I want to start by thanking the Board of Education, Dr. Nagler, Dr. Smith, Mr. Amatrano for your continued support for the golf program. The Mineola golf team went 4-2 in this shortened year. We had a very successful season. We finished 3rd overall in the league. We had 16 players play for the golf team this year, with 4 players winning their first ever matches, Robbie Basil, Vivek Patel, Eric Rosati, and Joseph Rizikno. Congratulations. Our team was led by three extraordinary seniors, Jill Perino, who has now made the boys all-county golf tournament for the fourth year in a row, Zach Bongiovanni, and Dominic Ferreira. We also had 5 juniors on the team, 4 sophomores on the team, and 1 freshman. The Mineola golf team had wins over Wantagh, Oceanside, Freeport, and East Meadow. Congratulations to everyone on a very successful season. Our varsity Strive for Excellent award winners are James DeSiderio and TJ Cox. Our coaches awards go to Jill Perino and Zach Bongiovanni. Thank you.
The Mineola girls varsity volleyball team, a fall sport that started on May 1st this year, was an interesting season. We started off being seeded 4th in the uppermost ability conference in our class. We ended in the same spot by the end. We finished our regular season play with a record of 4-2. We didn't get to play 4 league games because we were quarantined by the 3rd week of our season. That didn't stop us, though, from making it to the semifinal round of playoffs. Unfortunately, we took a tough loss to Wantagh, who ultimately went on to win the county championship. The members of our team included 1 freshman, Caitlin Kenny, no sophomores but 4 juniors, Sam Schuer, Emma Palumbo, all-conference award winner Madison Tulo, and all-county award winner and our scholar athlete Daniela Speranza. Also, 1 member of the team that makes it to the semifinal round is given an all-tournament award. This year's all-tournament award went to Daniela Speranza. Congratulations. We have 9 seniors leaving us this school year. That's a volleyball team and a half. The first senior I'd like to recognize is Emma Janal. Emma is a 3-year varsity athlete who was an essential starting middle blocker for our team until her knee injury that took her out for the season. Even so, she remained dedicated to the team and her teammates by cheering them on at games and keeping diligent stats on the sidelines. You can find Emma at East Carolina University next year, and maybe one day she'll be your nurse. We will miss Emma and her bubbly personality. Our next senior is Abby Meehan. Abby has been a solid, go-to, reliable person on the team. Not only is she the face behind our Instagram account with her snappy captions and hashtags, but she could also fill in basically any spot on the court without a bat of an eyelash. And for some reason, she's always there if you did or said something awkward. Abby is continuing her studies at Hofstra University and playing softball for them as well. We wish her the best of luck as we continue to follow her athletic career. Senior Adriana Ferreira will also be leaving us this year. She was one of our outside hitters the last 2 years. Adriana is a consistent player with a great attitude and infectious smile. She wins the award for being most quarantined athlete this season. We wish her the best of luck at Nassau Community College. Senior Kaylin Rum will be continuing her volleyball career also at Nassau Community College this fall. Kaylin's energy on and off the court is something the team has always appreciated. Whether it's stomping the ground in aggravation or flexing her muscles in excitement, it's all welcome at a volleyball game. We will miss you and your vitality. Our next senior, Veronica Cruz, outside and right side hitter, has this uncanny ability to know exactly where every player should be for each rotation. If you have ever watched a volleyball game, you know how scrambled up it looks after the ball is put into play, and especially after a rotation or 2. Veronica will tell you who you should be between and where you can and cannot go. We will miss every bit of Veronica for years to come. Thank you for all of your contributions. The next senior, Kristen Cox, defensive specialist, contributed in so many different ways and in many different positions over the last 2 seasons. But the thing that always stayed the same was her dedication to the team. She would do anything and fill any position with a smile on her face, which is how she lives her life. She will do anything for you. Genuinely kind and helpful, she's also the lady behind our practice and warm-up music. Unless, of course, it was something explicit, then we're not sure how that got on there. Kristen will be missed in many ways. Juliet Burns, our solid and consistent defensive specialist for the last 2 years, will also be missed. We could always count on her to sweep the back line of our defense. My favorite memories of Juliet are when she's wildly dancing in her own world with her earbuds in the back of the gym. Is she getting pumped up for the game? Is she trying to psych out our opponents? Only Juliet knows. She's going to be an asset to the team at Nassau Community College in the fall. Megan Heckelman, All-County Honorable Mention Award recipient, has been key to the success of our offense over the last few years. As starting setter and four-year varsity player, she was often hustling all over the court in an effort to make every ball better. As co-captain of the team often looked to her for her leadership on the court. She leaves behind some big shoes to fill. We wish her the best of luck at Boston College. Last but not least, Melanie Podstupka. All-County Award winner, co-captain, and starting libero is the last senior I'd like to recognize today. She's proved her worth by leading our team in digs throughout the season. She wears bruises on her knees and elbows and wrists as badges of her determination to get under every single ball. We will certainly be following her collegiate volleyball career as she will continue to play for SUNY New Paltz in the fall. Best of luck to you. As we bid farewell to our seniors, I would be remiss if I did not thank our JV coach, Coach Jahelka, for all of her hard work throughout the season, being my sounding board and for her assistance in the postseason. Additionally, I'd like to thank Joelle Church, our athletic trainer, for her support, wisdom, and genuine care and concern for the well-being and health of all of our players. And finally, a special thanks to Mr. Amatrano and Ms. Donna Raffo in the athletic office for their support throughout the year. Congratulations to each of our athletes. Best of luck to our seniors, and to the rest of you, I'll see you for open gym in the summer. Thanks.
Hi everyone, this is Coach Leninger. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the boys and girls cross country team for the 2021 fall season that occurred in the spring. So definitely a little bit different. We didn't have a fall season this year, but we were able to make it up during the spring in the months of March and April. And our cross country teams were able to compete at Eisenhower Park, a new course, against the rest of Conference 3. Mineola moved up to Conference 3 this year, so we had a challenge to step up and compete with some of the larger schools. The boys amassed a record of 7-5, which I think was a really big success to move up a conference and still achieve a winning record of 7 wins, 5 losses. And unfortunately for the girls, we only had 4 runners on our varsity team. So in cross country, you need 5 to score. So the girls were not able to amass a record as a team, but they were able to compete individually. Our seniors on the cross country team were all boys this year. We had senior captain Josh Sandoval, Brian Da Silva, Joseph Farrell, Andrew Escorcia, AJ Henriquez, George Delgado, Matthew Pardo, and James Santinello. A really great group of guys who have done cross country for the past couple of years and really developed together. And we're a big part of our team in cross country and also in winter and spring track as well. We had some award winners by the end of the season, which was great to see. At the very last meet, the county meet, Josh Sandoval, senior captain, junior Ben Steele, and junior Sophie Schrader all earned all-county honors. So the way that all-county is earned is that you run the race against the rest of the people in your county class, and if you finish top 25, you earn all-county honors. All 3 of these individuals did. This is Josh's second time as all-county, and first time for Ben and for Sophie. Sophie, being a first-year cross-country runner, just her talent alone was able to earn her this honor, and she was competing with a lot of these, well-established schools that have won titles and things like that. And Sophie just went right in there and, competed just the way she does in all of her other sports. Really great to see Josh get all-county for his senior year. We're really looking forward to his future. He's going to run at St. John Fisher College up in Rochester. So we're really looking forward to Josh's future in cross country, a 3-year cross country runner, and 2-year captain for us. And lastly, Ben. This is Ben's second year on the cross country team. Ben's a crazy talented kid.
He's just scratching the surface in terms of his ability. But he's a great example of hard work and dedication. We really enjoy having him on the team, and having Bennett and Josh able to go back and forth with each other and push each other in workouts has been something special and been something really great to watch. I'd like to give out some awards now. Our first awards are going to be our Strive for Excellence Awards. The first one is going to go to sophomore Jordan Weinstein. Jordan cut his 5K time down by about 10 minutes with a lot of dedication of running during quarantine and over the summer. Jordan also lost about 15 to 20 pounds. He looks great. He's a great kid. We love having him on the team. He is hilarious. He always makes me laugh. He's a great guy, and he really gets along well with all the other runners as well, and kind of keeps practice light, which we really enjoy. Jordan's, at practice every single day, always giving 110%, and it shows because he had the biggest improvement from his freshman year to his sophomore year with such a huge drop. So congratulations to Jordan. And then on the girls' side, I'd like to give the Strive for Excellence Award to Jamie Valentino. This was Jamie's first year running cross country. Another great kid. Jamie is a sophomore. Very, very dedicated, very responsible athlete, and also student. Jamie, when we had cross country during March and April, Jamie had a couple of instances where she had to quarantine, and she kept herself in shape, even though she couldn't be at practice with the team. So as a first year runner coming onto the team and not really knowing what to expect, Jamie really stuck with the program and stuck with the training despite some difficult circumstances. So I really appreciate that, and just her discipline and her responsibility. So congratulations to Jamie. Lastly, my coaches awards are going to go to our top runners on the boys and the girls side. So we'll start with the ladies first, which is junior Sophie Schrader. Like I mentioned before, Sophie stepped onto our team, and her talent and her work ethic really were evident right away. Sophie actually even started with us in the fall when we had some intramural practices and things like that. And I could tell she was definitely talented, and it was just a matter of making her believe that she could really achieve great things. And she really did when she got that all-county honor. So congratulations to Sophie. We look forward to a great senior year from her. And our other coaches award is going to go to senior Josh Sandoval, as we mentioned previously. Josh has been on the track team and the cross-country team for the past 4 years. He's really evolved as a person. He's really matured. He's walked into a leadership role since his junior year, and he's really made distance running a lifestyle, and something that he can use to develop skills that will help him in other areas, such as the classroom or in the work environment. So I'm very proud of how far Josh has come, not only as a runner, but as a young man. And like I said before, we're really looking forward to his collegiate career up at St. John Fisher College. Thank you very much.
What a wild year it has been. Let me start by saying how grateful I am that despite all of the restrictions and uncertainty of this school year, we are still able to have a short yet exciting cheer season. The Mineola cheerleaders are well known for their vibrant and loud school spirit. The program is also defined by its members, many of whom have been part of our team for the past 5 years. This is why it brings me such joy but also great sadness in giving this speech, as it marks the end of a very important era for the Mineola cheerleaders. This year, I have had 7 seniors leaving me. This is half of my team, and although I am so sad to see them go, I am equally excited for what their futures will bring, and will always hold the memories that we have shared throughout the seasons close to my heart. Dominique, my captain and my right-hand gal, I'll be lost without you next year and will miss you terribly. Thank you for your unwavering love of the sport and, of course, your teammates, for always being someone that I could depend on, and for always going above and beyond to make sure that our routines always wowed our cheering fans. Allie, my spiller of all things tea, you have always been a dependable teammate and, more importantly, a great friend. I will miss the genuine belly laughs that we have shared, and that you've never failed to fill our practices with. Natalie, the queen of the routine, you have always amazed me with your ability to pick up choreography at the drop of a dime and then go on to teach your teammates. We will really miss this gift next year when trying to put together our homecoming performance. Maybe we'll have to call you and bring you back in for some assistance. Grace, you always knew how to keep it fun and exciting. Your unpredictable ways were always a great reminder not to take ourselves too seriously, especially on those super stressful right before big performance days. I'll miss screaming your name across the field and watching you scurry to your spot while we all cheered and giggled. Claire, being on multiple sports in one season, this always forced you to have to miss some practices for games. It never showed. You never skipped a beat. On any day we had choreography, you made sure you reached out to a teammate and you had your part learned before the next practice. That is a true testament to your love and dedication of this team, and this work ethic will carry you far into all of the things that you do. Katie, the kindest soul and the team mom. No matter who it was, your teammates always felt comfortable going to you for all of their stuff. And while we totally didn't share the same taste in music, I will truly miss your kind, nurturing, and genuine nature on our team next year. Bella, the world-class juggler, finding time to balance cheer, the play, and a million other things like AP classes and volunteer work, you somehow never missed a practice or a game. Your team could always count on you to be there, and we will miss that about you next year. Finally, I would like to take this time to recognize the rest of my team, who all have worked so hard over the past few years and give me complete confidence that they will carry on the Mineola cheerleading program once these seniors have left. Izzy, Caroline, Melissa, Julia D, Jake, Kate, Sam, and Julia T. You are the future of Mineola cheer. I am so proud to be your coach and am excited for what the future has in store for us. The winners of the Strive for Excellence Award this year are Dominique Greco and Katie Cullen, and the Coaches Award this year go to Natalie Antunes and Bella Gaglione.
Congratulations to all the varsity athletes. Thank you to the administration, the Board of Education, the Booster Club, Donna Raffo, the parents, Coach Bolovic, and Coach Mason for a great season. I would like to read off each of the underclassmen's names from our boys basketball team. Robbie Basil, AJ DeRose, James Franz, Jonathan Gabriel, Jordan Gabriel, Matthew Guerrero, Lucas Knight, and Aiden Levin. Thank you guys for all your hard work, dedication, and commitment to this program. Now I'd like to read off the seniors on our team. Thank you to each of you for all you've done, all the time you guys have put in, and the leadership you exhibited during the season. Without your dedication and effort, we would not have had the success that we had this season. Sammy Angio, Zach Bongiovanni, Aaron Quascut, Tristan Doherty, Jack Flood, and Sean Frackelveri. Thank you guys. This season we had a very nice year. We finished the season with a 6-2 record. The team was extremely talented and would have locked in a playoff game for the second time in 3 years. I'm so lucky and happy that we got to play one last season for the boys because they worked so hard the past 4 years to get to this point and be one of the best teams in our conference. For our Coaches Award, our first award winner is Aaron Quascut. Aaron is one of the most talented players I've ever coached. He controls the game in every single aspect, whether it's on the offensive end or the defensive end. He's a 4-year varsity player and would have been the Conference Player of the Year in our conference this season. Aaron will be playing next year at Nassau Community College. Our second Coaches Award winner is Sean Frackelveri. Sean was a 3-year varsity player and a 2-year starter for the basketball program. Sean is one of the best shooters in the county. He's worked tremendously hard to improve his game over the last 4 years, and it paid off. Our 2 Strive for Excellence Award winners. Our first is Zach Bongiovanni. Zach was a huge part of our team's success this year. He's always been a naturally talented athlete and basketball player. He can score from all over the floor and in different ways. Zach stepped up for the team this year and had a career-high 31 points in our first game of the season versus Bethpage. And our second Strive for Excellence Award winner is Tristan Doherty. Tristan is a player who never gives in. He's the most improved player that I've coached at Mineola in the last 4 years. He worked extremely hard in the off-season and all summer long to improve his game in every single way. He became a valued member of our team and was a starter and put up tons of points when we needed him the most this year. So thank you, Tristan. And the last thing I would like to mention are our 3 All-Conference Award winners, Aaron Quascut, Sean Pracavari, and Zach Bongiovanni. Thank you so much, everyone, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the speeches.
Good evening, everyone. I want to begin by congratulating all of our varsity athletes for their dedication to Mineola athletics. I would also love to thank our administration, Ralph Amatrano, Board of Education, Booster Club, Donna Raffo, and all of our parents for their unwavering support throughout the 2021 basketball season. Most importantly, thank you to our JV coach Danielle Gill for her time and dedication to our junior varsity players, as well as my wonderful assistant coach Kelly Dempsey, who has been dedicated to the girls basketball program for several years. If I could describe our season with one word, I hear resiliency. The ability to bounce back from difficulties. Resiliency can be a game changer in so many aspects of our lives. You want it to show up for those challenging situations and provide you the strength to persevere. Resilience is a skill, a mental skill that takes mind power, and this particular group of athletes demonstrated just that throughout our time together this season. In a pandemic-shortened season, we had many ups and downs with some tough losses to very strong teams. Through perseverance and hard work, the girls were able to turn it around and end the season on a 3-game winning streak, including beating Lynbrook and Plain Edge. I am proud to announce that we had 3 athletes who were recognized by the Nassau County Basketball Association as award winners this year. Caitlin Kenny was named an all-conference player, Sophia Schrader received all-county honorable mention, and Abigail Walters was awarded all-county. At this time, I am happy to recognize the athletes we had on our girls varsity basketball team for the 2021 basketball season. Freshmen Caitlin Kenny, Elizabeth Kenny, and Kira McCaffrey. Our juniors Natalia Barbosa, Pietra Cabral, Sophie Schrader, Abigail Walters, and Caroline Watruba. Last but not least, I would love to give a heartfelt thank you and moment of recognition to our seniors for their dedication to the Mineola girls basketball program. Amber Burns, Claire Calora, Adriana Ferreira, Serena Koshi, Melanie Mendez, Colleen Miller, and Kira Mulrooney. You will be missed not only by myself, but by all of your teammates. Our Strive for Excellence winners will be awarded to 3 outstanding teammates and players who give their all every single day in practices and games. Elizabeth Kenny, Adriana Ferreira, and Kira Mulrooney. These athletes are the type who show up for their teammates and never settle for anything less than their best. They make the people around them better with the efforts they display each day, and they provide the energy necessary to encourage others to do the same. Thank you for your efforts. You are very much appreciated. Next up is our Coaches Award winners. Our first Coaches Award winner will be given to senior Claire Calora. Claire exemplifies the teammate everyone deserves to have by their side on the court. One who is dedicated, selfless, persistent, and so very positive. Her positive energy is contagious, and she leads by example in her pursuit to contribute to her team. She works hard without being asked to do so, and not only strives for personal growth, but for the success of the team as a whole. Our second Coaches Award goes to another senior, Serena Koshi. Serena is the type of player who consistently gives her best effort every single time she steps on the court. You always know what to expect from her, and it is always her very best at all times. Her dedication to the team over the past few years has proven to be one of her most noteworthy qualities. She is always prepared to work hard and improve her skills as a basketball player. Thank you for your commitment to the team, and we will miss you. Again, thank you to all of our athletes who contributed to our season, and I look forward to working with our returning players over the summer in preparation for the upcoming season.
Hello, everyone. It's nice to be here. I really didn't think I'd get a chance to speak about wrestling this year, as I didn't think there was any way they were going to allow us to wrestle. But they did, and it turned out to be a good thing for us and all the boys that participated. We had a very young group. They did a great job. We ended up with an 8-4 record. They wrestled in a little bit lighter league that we would have wrestled had we had the regular season. But again, we had no seniors and only 2 juniors. So it was a very, very young group. And this year, this 1-month season that we had is going to have helped them out for next year tremendously. Just add a little bit of experience, showed a lot of boys what they need to do and how hard they're going to have to work to be successful. And we're hoping to be a successful team next year. So boys on the team this year, starting with the smaller guys, will go up weight classes like we usually do. And that will be Mike Palumbo, 8th grader. Mike's a very tough wrestler. Did some very good things, learned a lot about himself, a lot about what it's going to take to be a successful varsity wrestler. So I think this was a big improvement year for him. All right, we're looking forward to good things from Mike. Next, we had another 8th grader. We had Jesse Castulius. Big surprise for me, very tough young man, really fights it out in the match, and he had some great matches. And we really are looking forward to what Jesse's going to do in the next 4 years. Next up the line, we had a 9th grader, Joe Kesey. Joe had an unbelievable season, proved to be a great kid in practice. I loved having him on the team. He had good work ethic, and he went 12-0. Had some close matches, ones where he was down, could have very easily lost, but fought his way back in the end. And for those matches that he won, especially the ones he won in that fashion, he was voted to the all-county team, which is a pretty big honor for a 9th grader. Next up the line, we had Will Massaro. Will, also great experience for him. He proved to be very tough, and he's already started working very hard in the off-season. And that's just showing me that he now sees what it's going to take to be successful, and he's working toward it already. So we loved having Will on the team. Next up, we had Jack McCormick, 9th grader. Jack was a big surprise for me because he walks around like he's sleeping most of the time. But when he came to practice, he practiced very hard. He's very tough in the matches. He ended up winning 8 matches, and he was voted to the all-conference team. So if we can get Jack out of trying to make everybody believe he's in a daze, I think it'll help him in the future because he's very tough, very athletic. Next up to 9, we had Nick Castulius. Nick's a sophomore. He had a great year. He probably wrestled the toughest matches day in and day out, had a lot of good wrestlers, was very successful in his winning season, and he was also voted to the all-conference team, as was Jack. I think I said Jack was voted to the all-conference team. Next, we had Mahir Chowdhury. Mahir also very good year, right in that middle of the lineup there. Won 8 matches, proved to be have good strength, and was very tough in the matches. And he was also voted to the all-conference team. So that was a nice middle of the lineup that we had right there. We also had 9th grader Chris Stolzer, who was having a great year. I think he was 5-0 or 6-0, and he is the only boy on the team that really had to sit out due to exposure to COVID, even though he did not have it, but he was not able to participate for the rest of the year, but had a great year. Then we had Rusty Carr, another 9th grader, proved to be very resilient, had a really good year, and we're looking forward to him. Now we had junior Teddy Saez. Teddy's going to be a great wrestler for us next year. He's one of the few juniors we had on the team. We're looking for big things from Teddy. Then we had Lucas Goring, 10th grader. Lucas had a good year, wrestled some of the best kids that we wrestled, some very tough boys. Proved to be good. Lucas should very easily be an all-county wrestler in his next 2 years if he wants to work at it. But he has the ability and the talent to be that. Then we had Rylan Vernon. Rylan came out for the team a little late, but he did come out and he got in a few matches and he showed he could do it, and we're really looking forward to having him next year. Then we went to Tom Daly. Tom Daly won a lot of matches for us, is very tough when he gets on the mat. Hopefully we got between this year and next year going into his senior year, we've convinced Tom that going in the weight room is only going to make him so much better. So we love having Tom on the team, and he did a good job for us. And at the end, we finally had Joaquin Cruz, 10th grader, wrestling 285. Big improvement from the year before. Won half his matches, had a lot of matches for a big guy, and really did a great job. So his next 2 years coming up can be very, very successful. So as you can see, we had it was a good year for us. We're looking forward to next year, and I hope to see everybody there. I'd like to thank my assistant coaches, Joe Cerulli and Jim Durso. Great job working with me, and we're hoping to get back to the 30 or so wrestlers we would have had this year that we didn't have, and have a successful season next year. All right, thanks for talking to everybody, and hope to see you next year in person. Bye.
Good evening, everyone. This is Coach Leninger, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about the 2020-2021 girls winter track team. Obviously, this year was a lot different than years past. We had 4 girls on the team, which is a very low number for us, but 4 very committed girls that really made the most of the circumstances in terms of the way our season panned out. We were supposed to have about 10 meets. They were all scheduled to be outdoors, but with the northeastern weather and the snowstorms that we got, we were only able to hold 4 of those meets. 3 of those meets were what we called virtual meets, where the athletes competed at home on their home track, and we compared our results to other teams in the county. And then we did have 1 meet at the end of February at another host school, where the athletes were actually able to compete against other athletes from another school. So of the 10 meets that we planned to have, we only got 4. So definitely not the competition that we were used to having in a typical year. There was no championships, there were no awards, no all conferences or all counties or anything like that. But regardless, our girls really worked hard and really set themselves up for their spring season, and set themselves up for future winters going forward. I want to give out a few awards. First, our Strive for Excellence Awards. The first one is going to go to sophomore Sarah Goncalves. This was Sarah's 2nd year on the team. She's one of our sprinters. She did a really good job in terms of putting her best foot forward in practice. A lot of times the elements for practice were not ideal. Cold winter days, icy conditions, snowy conditions, and Sarah showed up and really did a good job working on improving herself and setting herself up for the spring season, and also for next year being her junior year coming up. The other Strive for Excellence award I'd like to give is to Julia Perino. Julia was our only senior this year. Julia is a valedictorian. She's a very accomplished young woman and has a lot of responsibilities inside and outside of the classroom, but she really committed herself to our team despite all of the uncertainty and all the inconsistency that we had this season. We wish Julia good luck. We really look forward to seeing what she accomplishes in the future once she leaves Mineola. And she was a 3-year varsity runner for us, a mid-distance runner. So Julia, good luck. We'll miss you, but we know that you're going to do great things. Finally, my coaches awards. This is probably the first time ever that are going to go to 2 freshmen. The first freshman that's going to get a coaches award for winter track is Kine Crocan. Kine is a great kid, really works hard, a sprinter, very, very talented. Came on, stepped onto our team and started running with the boys. Like, she was really competitive and really disciplined and really impressed the coaches from day one. In a lot of our virtual meets, Kine would win events. She would win the 200, she would win the 400. Even in comparison to other schools when we, merged the results. So we really had an excellent season with Kine. It really set her up well for spring track, and we really look forward to her future moving forward. It's nice to have talent on the team so young as a ninth grader. So Kine is going to get our first coaches award, and our second coaches award is going to go to another freshman, Mary Ellen Steiner. Mary Ellen is super talented. We were lucky enough to get her on the team after our little intramural season, and right away she fit in really well with Kine. They were able to push each other in practice. Mary Ellen's a little bit more of a towards a mid-distance runner. Really like 400s are her forte. She also did a little bit of jumping for us and also did a little bit of hurdling. So she's definitely like a Swiss Army knife. She's got a lot of different skills, and we're really excited about her moving forward as well. Thank you.
All right, hello everybody, and welcome to the Winter Track Varsity Sports Awards for 2020-2021. Wanted to say thank you to the Booster Club, Mr. Amatrano, Dr. Smith, for all their support. You know, Mr. Amatrano really went above and beyond this season to make sure the athletes had something going on the entire year. Even before Nassau County approved things, we were really one of the first schools to spearhead the intramural program, and it's been great getting the kids active and outside again. Coach Haber, couldn't have done it without him. Awesome, fun guy, works hard, just a good person, and another great asset to us throughout the season. So thank you to Coach Haber. And JC, our athletic trainer, definitely an amazing, awesome addition to the Mineola family. We send all our athletes there when they're hurt, when they're not hurt, when they have questions. She really is a tactician and knows her stuff. So thank you, JC. And of course, to all the parents for trusting us again through this really challenging time and this kind of transitional season when things were starting to come back but really weren't back yet. To go through our roster, we had two ninth graders, Lucas Barashim and Derek Escorcia. Then 10th grade, we only had two as well, CJ Kelly and Jordan Weinstein. 11th grade, Captain Ben Steele, Max von Massenbach. And then we had a big chunk of seniors here, Brian De Silva, who's been with us for a number of years. Great person, hard worker, very level-headed. Love working with Brian. Andrew Escorcia, again, comes from an amazing family. Just a positive person who's out there working hard every day. Joe Farrell, also been great watching him grow into the fine young man that he is today. And he's headed off to college and the military to pursue kind of like an ROTC program. Addison Granados, who has kind of emerged as one of our more developed jumpers over the years. Siam Jabbar, again, another backbone and core of our jumping program. A lot of passion for those events and has been instrumental in teaching the new athletes the way. Matt Pardo, also headed to the military. Very proud of Matt and how he's kind of matured over the years. Dennis Peitler, who is an awesome person, positive, very reliable, and we wish he came out a little bit sooner. He's so great that we're sad that we didn't get full 4 seasons with him. And Josh Sandoval, our captain, and really the backbone of the team. So this season was kind of crazy. Obviously, the pandemic's going on. People are afraid of that, and rightly so. And this was kind of the winter when the numbers start to tick up. We really couldn't run inside. You already are battling the very cold weather for winter track. You have the holidays. So you have a number of variables that make it very unappealing to be doing this sport at this time. We also had, we didn't really have in-person meets. We had virtual meets for the majority of the season. We got in one real live competition with other athletes from other schools. And, my takeaway from this is just that, it's easy to be a leader when the sun is shining and there's no pandemic and everything's awesome and you're jogging around on a beautiful 75-degree spring day. It's much harder. You see your true colors when you have all of these challenges, and we had a lot of our athletes show their true colors and just how tough they are. So our first Coaches Award goes to Josh Sandoval. Josh has been really the backbone of our team for a number of years. I could probably talk about Josh for 10, 15 minutes. This season, he ran the 300, the 5,000, the 400, the 800, the 1,000, the 1,600, the 3,200. I've even seen him do some jumping. He really is a team player and somebody that's going to do whatever you ask of him. He's hardworking. He's disciplined. He didn't start out as the same mature, disciplined rock star that we see today when he was a freshman, and that's the best part of coaching, is watching these young men develop and grow into the fine athletes and people they become later on. He's going to be competing at college. We're so proud of Josh, and we can't wait to hear about all his future accomplishments. Second Coaches Award goes to Dennis Peitler. He was kind of a dark horse here where, Dennis, I think, joined initially. Some of his friends came out, and he just was such a rock star throughout this entire season. A lot of his friends that he initially joined to kind of be with ended up not really even making it through the season. And Dennis was there day in and day out. And no one had a stronger work ethic than Dennis. He was one of the few people where you'd give him a workout and he would do more. Hey, Dennis, run 30 minutes on the treadmill. He's on there for an hour. So he's just a workhorse. He really took to the kettlebell training that we were kind of experimenting with this season. Good, intelligent, hardworking. And again, you see your true colors when there's a lot of challenge in life. And Dennis rose to the occasion for sure in winter. Another quick shout out to some of our younger athletes here for Strive for Excellence Awards. We want to recognize Lucas Bershim for just being a hardworking freshman, never complaining, solid person, bright future here on the track program. And Jordan Weinstein, who also has matured so much as a runner. He's grown, he's stronger, he's faster, he's tougher, and he leaves me in the dust. So very proud of Jordan and all his accomplishments. Excited for the future. Congratulations to everybody and best of luck.
Good evening, Mineola community. The 2021 bowling program was comprised of 9 young men. 8th grader Aaron Sabelli, 10th grader Ben Daddis, 10th grader Billy Grothier, and junior Phil Macchietto, Thomas Catania, Jason Martinez, Brendan Morrison, and Nick Schneider. My lone senior was AJ Henriquez. This year's team had a lot to be proud about, both individually and team-wise. Let's talk about the team first. This year we finished with a 10-1 record, which was good enough to win the conference title for the 5th time in 6 years. Have the plaque to prove it. If you remember last year's speech, I spoke about how if the team continued to improve, my dream for them would be to take the 4th place finish in the county tournament and make it into a Nassau County bowling championship. Well, they must have listened, because we all got a lot better, because I'm about to show you the first ever Mineola Boys Bowling Program Nassau County Championship plaque. This plaque would not have been possible without all the hard work all the boys did in the season as well in the off season. Congratulations. The Mustangs, after the second game of the team tournament, were unstoppable and unbelievable as they won by over 300 pins. Individually, our 2 newcomers, 8th grader Aaron Sabelli and Ben Daddis, were a welcome addition to the program, and I know both are practicing in leagues and working on trying to make the starting lineup. Our next underclassman was 10th grader Billy Grothier, who averaged a 180 on the year but saved his best bowling for the county tournament. Junior Thomas Catania, he saved his best bowling on that day as well, as he had the high score in the morning session of 238 in Game 3, which helped catapult us to the Nassau County Championship. Junior Brendan Morrison was steady all day, as he averaged a 180 average for the tournament. Junior Nick Snyder had a nice regular season as he finished with a 196 average, good enough to earn all league honors. In the county tournament, he rolled over a 220 in the final game to clinch the title. Junior Jason Martinez bowled very well the entire season. It started off with him actually bowling a 300 in practice. From there, he continued to soar as he averaged over a 201 and earned his first all-county honor. And then in the team tournament, he had an unbelievable afternoon session, averaging over 200. The last junior on the team is Captain Phil Macchietto. Phil continues to get better and better as he averaged over a 225 this season, good enough for second place in the entire Nassau County. His high game was a 278. Phil earned all county for the 5th time in a row. But Phil loves the spotlight. And as the team's anchor, he rolled a 267 in the afternoon session, which was one of the final nails on the coffin for the victory. My only senior was A.J. Henriquez, who had a nice final season on varsity, averaging 188, which earned him all-conference award. A.J. once again, as the rest of the team, bowled his best on championship day, and his senior leadership was one of the main reasons why we won the title. To the entire program, congrats again. Now the only thing left to do is to repeat so we can all go on the bus together and head upstate. Thank you to all the Mineola community for your continued support, and congratulations to all seniors. Have a good night.
For the second year in a row, the Mineola girls varsity bowling team had an outstanding year. The girls finished in first place in our conference with a record of 9-1. They only lost 3 games out of 30 the entire season. The team ended up having the second highest average in the county, earning a spot in the Nassau County Team Championships for the 3rd year in a row. At the counties, the girls bowled well, and at the end of a 6-game format were tied with the team from Belmore Merrick, the number 1 team going into the championships. The county championship would be decided in a roll-off. 1 final game to decide the champion. Unfortunately, the girls came up short and came in second place for the 2nd year in a row. Leading the way this year were freshmen Michaela Palumbo and Kelsey Morrison. They were the backbone of this year's team. With averages of 195.6 and 180.3 respectively, they were named All-County. For Kelsey, it is her first time, and it's the 2nd time for Michaela. The rest of the squad consisted of all seniors. They are Kayla Ortiz, Jillian Perino, Casey Matatov, Kristen Cox, Kira Mulrooney, Veronica Carr, and Gabby Flynn. They all had a significant role in this year's success. Kayla's average in the year earned her all conference honors. They all had their scores count in matches during the season, with only 2 having any varsity experience before. Jillian, Kristen, Veronica, and Gabby all bowled above their average in the county championship. Our 2 all-county bowlers also bowled in the Nassau County individual championships. To qualify, you needed to have at least a 160 average. 16 girls were invited to participate from across the county. Michaela entered with the 2nd highest average in the county, and Kelsey had the 7th. Both improved after the 6-game format. Kelsey averaged a 184.33 on the day to place 4th in the competition. Michaela averaged a 206 with individual games of 201, 186, 224, 226, 180, and a 219 to come in first place. Both Michaela and Kelsey made the sectional team, which competes in the state championship which unfortunately was canceled due to the pandemic. Congratulations to all the girls on an outstanding season.
Good evening. I would like to thank my coaches, Mr. Bob Trenkel, Chris Shaka, Greg Mayo, and newcomer Jimmy Bova for their involvement with the baseball program this year. To recap our season, the 2021 Mustangs were one of the firsts, as we no longer played in 3-game series but played a simple home and home. We finished the season 7-9 and finished in 5th place. Thanks again to Dr. Nagler, the Board of Education, and Mr. Amatrano for helping us get the only high school hitting facility built. This building is a program changer and it is called The Barn. Let's introduce your 2021 Mustangs roster. We had 2 sophomores on the team this year, Peter Haralambitis and Jack Ryan. Both players played some significant time both on the mound and in the outfield. Peter played a very good right field as well as center. Jack was our usual leadoff hitter who finished the season hitting .310 and only struck out 4 times. He also started 5 games on the mound and pitched 2 complete games and did earn his first varsity win over Limbrook. This year we would have 6 juniors on the team. Our 2 returning juniors from last year's roster were Connor Martin and TJ Cox. Connor Martin came on strong. It must have been the 6:30 in the morning hitting sessions in the barn. He finished with a .308 average but scored 14 times and had 14 stolen bases to lead the team. TJ Cox was the de facto ace of the squad as he led the team in wins with 3 and struck out 31 batters in 28 innings. His strikeout to walkout ratio was 3-1. The new juniors were second baseman Ray Widman, who in his limited action got his first varsity hit, and I look forward to him earning more playing time next season. Patrick Gay pitched and played the outfield this season, and he finished strong, hitting .455, and helped lead us to the playoffs with his first varsity start over this past weekend. Andreas Rodriguez, he also came on late as he hit .438 with a couple of doubles. The last junior was Tristan Abreu, a young man that just moved to Mineola, and we are quite glad that he did, as he earned the starting shortstop position and finished the season driving in 10 runs and played solid defense up the middle. Lastly, our seniors. Tristan Doherty, with his versatility, played some infield and outfield, and his highlight of the season was his walk-off single in the bottom of the 7th versus Florida Park this past Saturday that pretty much clinched our spot in the playoffs. Dom Ferreira, our first baseman, with his sweet swing from the left side, got his big hit against Valley Stream South in the second game of the season for us to earn our second win. Tino Fry was a pleasure to have on the team this past season and had a big hit as he got a single in a walk-off victory over Limbrook. The 4 seniors that are left were the captains of the team. I want to thank them personally for doing a nice job with all the distractions we had during COVID. The first captain is Blake Bastos, who helped us out in the infield and behind the plate and who's going to play college baseball next fall at Elms College. He supplied the power for the Mustangs with a bunch of extra base hits, including a home run. He even pitched on the mound, and he earned the only save of the season for the team. Jack Flood, who anchored center field unless he was pitching, played a pretty good outfield, and he earned the number 3 pitching position after coming in relief in Game 2 to earn his first varsity win. He finished with the second most wins on the team and struck out 22 batters in 20 innings. He also drove in the winning run in our 2-1 win versus North Shore. Our last 2 seniors, Nick Ramos, who started every game at catcher as a sophomore, had a splendid season offensively as he led the team in batting average with a .425. He had led the team in 18 RBIs, 4 home runs, .617 on base percentage, .900 slugging percentage. Nick is our fiery leader, and I wish him good luck as he heads for some college baseball in the fall at Albertus Magnus. My last senior is Zach Bongiovanni. He has been with me the longest as he was on the team as a freshman. I wish him good luck at Binghamton, and he has been an absolute pleasure to coach. Zach had the most hits on the team with 21. He had 15 runs scored and 2 homers. He played a solid second base and formed a nice DP combo up the middle. He also earned his first varsity win against Floral Park this past weekend. It has been a pleasure to coach these young men for the time that they've been with the Mineola baseball program. I look forward to us having continued success in the playoffs, which just start in a couple of days. During this very difficult time, I want to wish all the seniors the best of luck as they move on to the next phase of their lives. In conclusion, if we learned anything from this past season, it is to appreciate the time we have together, as well as to appreciate to practice hard and play hard as long as you can, for as long as you can, since you never know when that opportunity might be taken away from you. Good luck, Coach B.
Hello, everyone. I'd like to start by thanking Mr. Amatrano and my assistant coach, Monique Roberge, for their help and support throughout the season. I would also like to introduce the members of the 2021 Mineola Mustangs varsity softball team. We have freshmen Brianna Voyer, Brianna DiVirgilio, Emma Foley, Michaela Palumbo, Kelsey Morrison. Sophomores Mackenzie Fitzgerald, Jacqueline Lewis. Juniors Megan Connolly, Melissa Connolly, Samantha Shore, Vanessa Hartman, and Julia Tenaglia. Seniors Abby Meehan, Sarah Tremonti, Kira Mulrooney, Julia Perino, and Aliyah Rakim. I also would like to mention and congratulate Abby Meehan and Sarah Tremonti for being 5-year varsity players, which is an amazing accomplishment. Both of them also are 2-time All-County Award winners, including winning the award this season. So congratulations to both Abby and Sarah for that amazing accomplishment. Some of the bright spots throughout the season was our freshman pitcher, Brianna Voyer, who also won the All-Conference Award. So that's an amazing accomplishment for Brianna. And watching her progress this season and mature as an athlete and a competitor was really awesome to see. Brianna dominated at times, and we're really excited to see her progress moving forward for the next couple of years. So we're really excited for that because we know with her on the mound we'll be really competitive for the next few years going forward. I would also like to talk a little bit about our season. We had a very competitive season. It was hard fought, and we played some really good teams, and we were in Conference 3. Even though it was a pretty tough season and very competitive, it led to a playoff berth for us, which was very exciting, and it also led to a playoff win against Jericho. So that was very exciting for our program and for us as coaches and a district. And we are still in the playoffs, and we will be facing Cary very shortly. And Cary is a very tough team, being the number 3 seed in the conference. We also would like to congratulate our seniors. So in the fall, we have Abby Meehan, who will be going to Hofstra and playing Division I softball. So that's an amazing accomplishment. Congratulations, Abby. We have Sarah Tremonti, who will be going to Queens College in the fall, and she will be competing at the Division II level, which is also an amazing accomplishment. So both of the girls will be playing softball at a very high level, and can't wait to see them play in the near future. We have Kira Mulrooney, who will be attending Sacred Heart in the fall, and we have Julia Perino, who will be going to Georgetown in the fall. So congratulations to them as well. And we have Aliyah Rakim, who will be entering the Army after graduation. So again, congratulations, Aliyah. We're going to miss all of you,
and we wish you congratulations. And we really appreciate your contributions to Mineola softball. And as I said, we're really excited going forward. We have a young team, but a very competitive team. So we're really excited to see how we progress in the near future. Thank you all, and have an amazing summer.
Hello, everyone. I'd like to start by thanking Dr. Smith, Mr. Amatrano, and Donna Raffo, as well as the school administration and our booster club for the continued support of the boys lacrosse program. I'd like to thank Coach McAndrew, along with Coach Smith and Coach Gerstner, for their work with our junior varsity lacrosse team. The lacrosse season so far has been a successful one for the Mustangs. At this point in the season, the team has compiled a record of 6 wins against only 3 losses. We have competed at a high level in all of our games, even in the losses. Wins over a tough Malvern Rockaway team, as well as perennial contender Levittown Division, have highlighted the season so far. This year's team was made up of a mix of senior leaders with a strong core of juniors, 3 sophomores, and 1 freshman on the roster. The youth of the team and of the program is a sense of pride and encouragement as the team looks to get back to the high level of success that we have become accustomed to. Although the season was shortened and the schedule looked different than in the past, our young team banded together to secure a spot in the 2021 League Two playoffs. We are excited to continue our season and look to build on the success we've already had in 2021. This year, the team was anchored on the defense by a core of senior defensemen Lex Goring, Will Goring, and Michael McCormick. The Goring boys have started every game on defense since their sophomore season, and McCormick has been a steady, consistent presence on the defensive side of the ball all season. Senior Justin Rodriguez contributed defensive leadership during the season, and the defense was completed by junior Chris Feathers. The team was led by first-time starting goalie Eric Rosati, only a sophomore. Eric stepped up to the challenge of being the everyday goalie for our team and has done everything the coaches asked for and has exceeded all expectations. Offensively, the team is led by sophomore Tommy Renner, who currently sits in the top 10 in Nassau County in total points scored. Senior Anthony Hilton helps to anchor the attack along with junior James Theodore. Juniors Ryan Shannon and Ian Kelly have contributed goal scoring throughout the season as well. Junior Brett Musick stepped into a starting role immediately and has contributed greatly in the midfield. The team has received offensive contribution from senior Marcos Da Silva, juniors Andrew Paternostro, James Pereira, and Connor McLaughlin. Sophomore Peter Irish and freshman Jack McCormick have also contributed in the midfield. Although he suffered an injury in the preseason, junior Brendan Morrison was a huge part of the team this year, and we look forward to having him back on the field in 2022. Junior James France took almost every faceoff for the team this season and did an incredible job controlling possessions for the Mustangs in 21. The season is ongoing, and we have yet to reach every goal that the team has set out to do, but we are headed in the right direction. The coaching staff is proud of the team and truly looks forward to all that we can accomplish in the future. Thank you to our seniors for your time and dedication. We wish you nothing but the best in the future. Go Mustangs.
Good evening. My name is Samantha Henton, and I am the coach of the girls varsity lacrosse team. I'd like to thank Dr. Nagler, Mr. Gavin, the Board of Ed, Mr. Amatrano, Dr. Smith, and the Booster Club for their continued support of the girls lacrosse program. I'd also like to take this opportunity to thank JC for her dedication to the well-being and safety of the girls and all athletes in Mineola. She truly cares and goes above and beyond for all of our athletes. Lastly, I'd like to thank Coach Garabedian and Coach Jahelka for their endless support and guidance throughout the season. The season has been very, very challenging with the amount of games in a short time, and the season would not have been the same without these two by my side. We work incredibly well together, and the girls really look up to both of you as tremendous role models. I'm looking forward to great successes in the future of the program with both of you. As you know, not having a season last year was devastating, and therefore made this season even more difficult. 2 seasons ago, we ended in second place in Conference 4, putting us up to Conference 3 for the 2020 season.
The seedings didn't change for the 2021 season, so we knew we had a challenge ahead of us. Being seated at the bottom of a tougher conference, not playing for about a year together, and knowing that we didn't have too much time to prepare before our first game, the girls worked extremely hard. They stepped up and rose to the challenge, not backing down and giving it their all. Our first game we played Mepham, who was seated in first place. We started the game strong and aggressive, and we ended up only losing by 1. The following 3 games would be very similar. The girls played their hearts out and also lost by 1. In these games and practices in between is where the true heart of an athlete is shown, a defining moment of the type of athlete you are. We see who rises to the occasion and works harder to improve. We were hungry for our first win, which came when we played at Oyster Bay, where we won 8-5. We finished with the season with a 5-8 record, which qualifies us for playoffs. This is now the second season in a row the girls lacrosse program makes it to the first round of playoffs. To be able to say that we made it to playoffs in a more difficult conference is an amazing accomplishment in itself, and you should all be so proud. We had only 2 seniors this year, Adriana Ferreira and Claire Calora. These girls are truly remarkable athletes and young ladies. Your dedication to the girls lacrosse program and your teammates doesn't go unnoticed, and we admire you for this. Adriana is a 4-year varsity midfielder, a 2-time All-Conference Award winner, and the ultimate team player. I always say ground balls win games, and Adriana has picked up the most ground balls in every single game. She works not for the stats, but for the team. Claire is a 2-year varsity defender whose dedication and commitment to the team is unmatched. She truly cares about each and every one of her teammates and tries her best in every game and practice. If you look up the definition of coachable in the dictionary, Claire's picture would be there. Both seniors on the field at every game was crucial to our success this year. Our juniors included attacker Emma Palumbo, attacker Pietra Cabral, defender Mia Wasnowski, goalie Cassidy Schnaufer, defender Nicole Pastoressa, defender Juliana Sousa, attacker Brianna Pyrus, and our 2 injured players, Maggie McMahon and Madison Tulo. Each of these players have stepped up in crucial games, either scoring big goals or making incredible stops on defense. Cassidy Schnaufer, the heart of the defense, made key saves in games that kept us in it. Emma, Pietra, and Brianna are fantastic dodgers, coming from behind the net or the elbow, seeing the field and assisting their teammates. Nicole, Mia, and Juliana were powerhouses on the defensive end. Mia's speed, Nicole's defensive stance and skill, and Juliana's heart all contributed to our low goals against percentage. Although injured, Madison has been at every practice, every game, and always cheering on her teammates. Maggie, who has unfortunately needed surgery during our season, has been in recovery, and when feeling up to it, comes down to support her team, waiting for her chance to be back on the field. Our sophomores, attacker Sylvia Argueta, defender Chloe Jean Noel, Kayla Lima, were incredible this season. Sylvia is a fireball on attack, quick, agile, and ready to run over anyone in her way to get to the cage. Chloe has stepped up tremendously for our defense and has made an impact in big games. Kayla has found her love for attack, learning, and being a critical part of our starting 4, working and cutting to allow the space for her teammates. Lastly, our freshmen and 8th graders, Ava Murphy, Kira McCaffrey, Isabella Andrade, Caroline Bridges, Gia Cormosis, Rory Meehan, Caitlin Kenny, Elizabeth Kenny, Jessica Perino, and Mia Bella Love. All of these young athletes have the potential to make a huge impact on the future of the girls lacrosse team in the next 3 or 4 years. I am excited to see how they all improve and grow. Caitlin Kenny and Rory Meehan have stepped up and became integral members of our midfield line. Rory's amazing defending and Caitlin's readiness and anticipation have been the spark the team needed. On the offensive end and draws, both Rory and Caitlin have incredible stick skills, and the team and coaches trust them to make the right decisions. On the attack, Liz has been a tremendous addition to the starting 4. Her ability to see the field, as well as listen and learn, is impeccable. She understands what her role is, and there's no one on the field working harder than she is on the ride. This year we had 6 county award winners. We earned 4 all-conference awards. Cassidy, Adriana, Caitlin, and Liz were all selected. Our Unsung Hero Award was given to Rory, and our Scholar Athlete Award to Claire Calora. We will miss our seniors terribly. We are so excited for you and know that anything you choose to do will be successful. Your leadership skills and commitment to the team have been passed down to the underclassmen. They know they have big shoes to fill next year. We wish you the best of luck in college next year and hope you come visit us. Thank you.
Hey everybody, welcome to the 2021 Varsity Girls Spring Track Awards. I am Coach Frutz, and before we get started, just wanted to say a big thank you to the Booster Club for all their support over the years, and this year was no exception. Mr. Amatrano and Dr. Smith have been phenomenal. A lot of schools did not have sports like we did, and a lot of schools did not have intramurals prior to sports starting, so can't say enough about our administration team and their help and support, kind of making sure that there were extracurricular activities for the kids. So thank you. Coach Brian Haber, our assistant, awesome person, positive energy, really our resident strength and conditioning expert, put a lot of hours in after school working with our athletes to kind of get them to that next level. So thank you to Coach Haber. Our parents, we can't do it without you guys dropping the athletes off in the morning, on the weekends, picking them up from our late meets. So thank you guys for your support and your flexibility. And of course, thanks to our athletic trainer, JC, who doesn't just help athletes rehab, but also helps them prevent injuries. So she really is just a wealth of knowledge, and we're lucky to have her. So, this season we really had a smaller group, a lot of underclassmen. Every single person, it was their first time doing varsity spring track, and I could not be more proud of the progress that they've made and the improvements that we observed over the course of the season. So starting off, we have sophomore Sarah Goncalves, again, always there, working hard, out on the roads when a lot of times the rest of the team is practicing field events. She grinds, and she really is a great role model for the other athletes. Aileen Granados, another sophomore, who I will talk a little bit about more later. Moving on to 10th grader Emma Gutierrez, positive, fun, ball of energy, really just someone who makes you smile and is fun to be around. A great cheerleader and advocate for her athletes, for her teammates, and then also a ferocious competitor on the track too. And we saw her make great strides over the course of the year. Then we had another 10th grader, Darren Gavekaglu, and she really was very impressive, hurdling, running all kinds of relays for us, and a real asset in some of the more unique events. Kine Crokin, who is a 9th grader, high jumped for us and was a big component of our relay teams, which we'll talk about more later. Jillian Perino, it was her first time throwing with us, but she is extremely impressive as a senior. We will miss her next year, and I'll talk about her more in a bit. Sophie Schrader, 11th grader, who, again, we will recognize in a few minutes. And Mary Ellen Steiner, 9th grader with tremendous potential, who's already been very impressive early in her track career. So because we only had about 8 girls, everybody was doubling and tripling up in events. And that's hard. That's difficult to do. It's much easier when you have a larger team and people can kind of specialize in 1 or 2 events. So I was very impressed at how hard the girls worked throughout the season. Nobody ever complained. In fact, people would often ask to do additional events that we didn't originally assign to them. We were totally blown away at the division championship. We had a lot of really impressive performances. Our 4x400 meter relay team won the entire thing. So they were crowned first place division champions, and that was Kine, Sophie, Darren, and Mary Ellen. and we're excited to see what they're going to do at the county meet, which hasn't happened yet. Also, shout out to Mary Ellen, who was second and earned all division honors in the 400 intermediate hurdles. Jill, who got third in the shot put at the division meet, again earning all division honors, and Kine, who got third in high jump. So very impressed by our girls. On to our awards. Our first Strive for Excellence award goes to Aileen Granados. She is ranked 16th in the county for the 3,000. She's had 3 top 4 finishes, and I just love her story. She started training during quarantine, out there every day, putting in road work, and just fell in love with the sport and decided to come out for the team. A lot of times, athletes kind of get convinced, from their friends, hey, come out for track, but Aileen really kind of fell in love with the sport on her own, and she's been a huge asset. She just runs tough, and it's fun to watch her compete. Our second Strive for Excellence award goes to Mary Ellen Steiner. Mary Ellen, very talented, very impressive freshman season. She's ranked 15th in the county and 11th in the conference for the 400 intermediate hurdles. She's had 5 different top 3 finishes throughout the season. And, talent, yes, but work ethic is right there too. And I think those 2 things combined are what make her successful. So we're excited to see what else she's going to do moving into the future. And then for our coaches awards, we have senior Jillian Perino, who again can't say enough nice things about not just her performance with the shot and the disc, but also her personality. She's ranked 12th in the county for the shot and 13th in the county for the disc. She's had 7 different top 4 finishes throughout the season and just kind of came out of nowhere. Shot put is difficult. Disc is even harder. She took to both those events, was a natural, and, didn't just figure out how to throw, but figured out how to excel. And was always great about making kind of overlapping analogies to golf and how her golf swing and the golf course kind of could help her be a better thrower. So thank you, Jill. And our second coaches award goes to Sophie Schrader, again, a 11th grader who, it's her first year doing track, but it feels like she's been on the team 4 years. Natural leader, strong person, tough, positive, never complains. She runs competitively. She's not out there chasing a clock. She's out there chasing other girls, and she's going to lead the race. She's not going to sit back and wait to kick in the last 200 meters. Very similar to like a Steve Prefontaine kind of a mindset. She's ranked 18th in the county for the 1500. She had 4 top 4 finishes, and we're just so excited to see what else she can accomplish next year. Thank you guys, everybody. Congratulations to our seniors, and best of luck.
Good evening, everyone. This is Coach Lenger. I'm going to tell you about the 2021 boys spring track team. So we were able to have a condensed spring track season, but we did have all of our league competition. The boys Mineola team moved up to Conference 3 this year, which was definitely a challenge. We amassed a record of 4 wins and 10 losses, which is uncharacteristic for our team, but we were going against teams that were much bigger and much more established than we're used to. We had a lot of meets in a short amount of time, so we really didn't have the proper amount of practice or training to really kind of develop our athletes the way we would like to. But by the end of the season, they peaked at the right time. So I feel like if we had had a normal season, our record would have been a little bit better. We were having 2 meets a week. The boys would have a meet on a Tuesday and then have a meet again on a Friday. So it was very, very difficult to, really build some continuity and really get some base training. With all those meets, you kind of were racing yourself into shape, as they say. We had a lot of seniors on this team. I'll list through them right now. First of all, senior captain Joshua Sandoval, Senior Brian De Silva, Joseph Farrell, Andrew Escorcia, AJ Henriquez, Matthew Pardo, Addison Granados, Siam Jabbar, Dennis Peitler, and Thomas Gamaro. So we graduate a good amount of our team. Our boys team was about 35 boys, and there's a good 10 right there. So we're losing some very integral pieces, a lot of distance runners. We have jumpers in there, we had a thrower, we had hurdlers, but we're hoping that with the proper training and a full season next year, we'll be able to develop our runners and fill in all the gaps that we're going to be missing with this senior class. We had a couple of athletes earn all division honors. We haven't had our county meet yet. That's coming up soon. But our all division athletes were Ben Steele in the 800 meter run. Ben ran a time of 2:13 and edged out another runner by 2/100ths of a second to earn third place in the 800, which was all division honors. And our other all division winner was Addison Granados in the triple jump. He was the division champion, jumping 38 feet 9 inches. So great job by Addison. The boys team finished 5th at division out of 8 teams, which is pretty good, considering, like I said, we were in a new division, new conference with much larger schools, larger teams. We're really hoping that a couple of our boys do earn all county honors. That meet is coming up soon. I'd like to give out a couple of awards at this time, starting off with the Strive for Excellence Awards. My first one is going to go to a freshman. That's going to be Josiah Bracken. We call him JoJo on the team. JoJo's a great kid. He's super funny. I really like having him on the team. And he's our future. He's got a lot of talent in a lot of different areas. JoJo did hurdles for us this year, the 400 hurdles, and also the 110 high hurdles. He also served on our relays. He also ran open 400s, open 200s, open 100s. JoJo's got a lot of talent, and we're hoping that over the course of time, he builds up his confidence, because even though sometimes we put him in situations that he's not comfortable with or doesn't feel confident, he always does perform, and he always really cares about his performance. He's his own worst critic, and sometimes he's a little too hard on himself, but we know that he has a lot of talent and he's got a great work ethic. So we're really looking forward to his future on our team. Our other Strive for Excellence award winner is going to go to junior Robbie Basil. Robbie came out last year for his first year on the spring track team as a 10th grader. And unfortunately, our season was cut short, but in those couple practices, we saw that Robbie had a lot of talent. Robbie was able to get his 400 time down to 55 seconds, which is very, very fast for someone really in their first technically full season of track, even though this wasn't our usual length season. Robbie finished 6th at the division meet and earned a point. He was also on our 4x4 team and also on our 4x100 team. So Robbie served a lot of purposes through all of our conference meets and scored us a good deal of points. He's going to counties for the 400, the 4x400, and the 4x100 as well. So we had a great season with Robbie. He worked really hard, and we're really looking forward to his senior year next year. Finally, my 2 coaches awards are going to go to 2 juniors. The first junior being Ben Steele. Ben is a great kid. He's the future leader of our team, future captain. He, like we said, earned all division honors in the 800. Ben had a great cross-country season as well, earning all county honors. So this team is really Ben's team next year, and he's had some great role models to show him how to lead, and he's got a lot of natural instincts as a leader as well. So he was a real anchor for us in terms of scoring points in each meet. He ran the 800, sometimes he ran the mile, he ran the 4x400, he ran the 4x100, the 4x800. Really can put him anywhere, and he was going to perform. He's very competitive, and he's integral to the success of our team going forward. So congratulations to Ben. And our other Coaches Award winner is going to go to junior John Gabriel. John ran as a freshman 2 years ago, and obviously his sophomore year was cut short, but John had a breakout season this year. He ran 55 in the 400. He high jumped 5 feet 8 inches. He was on our 4x100 team, also our 4x400 team. John had a really, really great season. And if it wasn't for a minor back injury that he got around the division time, I am more than confident that he would have been an all-division athlete as well. John is going to be competing in counties. He got accepted for the high jump, the 4x400, and the 400-meter run at counties. So hopefully John can kind of bounce back physically, and all county sounds a lot better than all division. So hopefully he earns some honors there. We're really looking forward to all that he can do next year as a senior. John also ran cross country this year and really built up his stamina because he wanted to succeed in the 400, and all of his hard work paid off. As a freshman, he ran 60 seconds, and now he's running 55 seconds as a junior. So we're really looking forward to John's future. He's a great kid, great guy to have on the team. Always keeps everything light and has a lot of fun with track, which we really appreciate. So congratulations to John and all the other boys.
The All Reliable Award is an award that is voted on by the coaching staff. It is also funded as a scholarship by the coaching staff for $200 per award winner. We have a male and a female recipient of this award this year. Our male recipient is Michael McCormick. Congratulations, Mike. And our female recipient is Adriana Ferreira. Congratulations, Adriana. They say that the definition for reliable is someone who is consistent and good in quality and performance, someone that's able to be trusted, and a person with trustworthy qualities. Our coaching staff felt that Adriana and Mike possessed all these qualities as student athletes in our department, and we wish them luck and congratulate them on their award.
I'm so thankful for winning this award. I've been a triathlete for the 4 years of high school. Being an athlete at Mineola High School has impacted me in so many ways. It's taught me to become a leader, a teammate, a friend, and a well-rounded student athlete. There are many fond memories that I've had, such as playing the sports that I love with the people that I also love. Another fond memory is the senior rec game in lacrosse in 2019. It was a night game, and we all worked so hard together to play, and we eventually made it to playoffs.
I'd like to thank all my friends, family, and coaches for all the support they've continued to give me for the past 4 years at Mineola. My experience as a Mineola athlete has allowed me to become a better student athlete and a person as a whole. I learned to never take things for granted, especially as an athlete, and never take it for granted playing the sports that I love. And some of my fond memories at Mineola were the bus rides home for games and the practices, and just being able to play with my friends.
The Sportsmanship Award is an award that is voted on by the members of our coaching staff, and there's a $350 scholarship provided by the Mineola Booster Club for this award. This year's award winners are Zach Bongiovanni and Jill Perino. Both Zach and Jill have been outstanding members of our athletic program. Zach has been a golfer, a basketball player, and an outstanding baseball player here at Mineola over the last 4 years. And Jill has competed at a high level as a golfer, and she's bold, and she's been on the track and field team. We wish both success in the future, Zach at Binghamton and Jill at Cornell. Congratulations.
I'm extremely grateful and humbled to receive this award. I want to thank my coaches, my friends, my family, my athletic director, and all my teachers for helping me get to the point I am today. I just want to thank Mineola for turning me into the person I am today, both on the field and off the field. I'm so grateful for everything that they've done for me. I'm so thankful for the memories, so thankful for all the relationships and strong bonds that I've built with my coaches and my teammates and their everlasting bonds. And I want to thank Mineola for giving me my second family. And I just want to say, don't take things for granted. You know, we missed a whole season, and it's just so good to be back out here playing again. And I just want to thank everyone.
Thank you for selecting me for this award. I'm truly honored to receive it. Being a Mineola student athlete for the past 5 years has shaped my growth mindset and confidence, which will carry on through college and beyond. Through my athletic participation, I will never forget the relationships and celebrations I have shared with my fellow athletes and coaches. As a member of the boys golf team, I will never forget the camaraderie and the talks that we had on the golf course and at the range. Winning back-to-back girls bowling conference titles was exhilarating, and coming in first place in both shot and discus at my second ever spring track meet was amazing. As a student athlete, I have learned many things, including teamwork, commitment, perseverance, and time management. But most of all, I have learned that I love to share my knowledge and help others overcome their own challenges.
The Athlete of the Year Award is an award that is decided upon by the members of our coaching staff. It comes with a $500 scholarship provided by the Mineola Athletic Booster Club. We are proud to present this year's Athlete of the Year Awards to Abby Meehan and Christopher Morandi. Abby and Chris have been outstanding athletes in our program, not only this year, but over the last 4 years, and in Abby's case, 5 years. Both are going to play in Division I programs. Chris is going to play soccer at Monmouth. Abby going to play softball at Hofstra. Just an outstanding representation of all the hard work that they've put in over the years. Congratulations.
Thank you for this award. I'd like to thank my family, my friends, my coaches, my athletic director, everyone that helped me get here. My experience as a Mineola athlete is one of the best any athlete could ever ask for. I mean, you make friends along the way, you learn lessons, you play at a high level of any sport that you decide to participate in. A few things that I learned from Mineola is just to be a good person on and off the field, to have motivation to play your sport, to work hard even when you're off the field, and just to get along with everyone and be the best person you can. Some of the best memories that I have as a Mineola athlete are just being on the field and playing games, having practices with people I now call my second family.
I would like to thank all my coaches throughout the years, along with the staff at Mineola High School, along with my teammates, friends, and family as well. Being an athlete at Mineola High School has given me opportunities to succeed and enhance my skills as both a player and a person, along with giving me amazing friends, relationships, and memories along the way. I have learned that success comes to those who work for it, along with the importance of competing, teamwork, and being a good teammate to all those around me. I have learned to have confidence in myself and my teammates behind me, ready to face challenges together rather than alone. Some fond memories I have are playing softball with my sister her senior year, the Dig Pink volleyball game, and beating Glen Cove in 9 innings my sophomore year and hitting my 100th hit.